Welcome back to my Scarlet Keys playthrough. Last time we successfully completed Dealings in the Dark, though it was pretty close at times. So now we will continue traveling down to our next scenario, which is pretty close by this time. Here are the two decks. Nathaniel, standard stuff. Finn, also kind of standard stuff. Got some damning testimony going on. Picked up Triggerman last time. Let's see if he can make an appearance this time. So for our route this time, we will just be going down to Alexandria. And I will draw this in as well so you can keep track of where we've been. Is there like a, should I be marking places I've already been perhaps? I could, but I don't think there's a need, right? I'm drawing the path. You guys know what's up. All right, so we're down in Alexandria, which tells us to go read 38N. We mark one time for traveling, so we have to immediately go read the status report first. As your travels continue, the Foundation receives more and more reports of strange disappearances. With each new dossier you read, you worry that it is only a matter of time before there is nothing left. All right, add a cultist to the chaos bag. So this is the primary way that Scarlet Keys scales its difficulty with time. You have to add these cultists to the bag, and they are horrible. Horrible, horrible. Some of the harshest chaos tokens on standard and hard we've ever seen. And quite frankly, on hard and expert, on easy standard, they're very difficult. And on hard expert, I don't even want to think about it because they're probably horrible. We have that, and then we can go read this interlude for Alexandria, 89 or 38N. So we step off the train Alexandria, and there are a bunch of people following us. Eventually, they interrupt us and they say, "Welcome to Alexandria, and we want you to come with us and talk to one of our members, one of the coterie members." So we into head off to a nice stock exchange building, and we meet with the knight. We check how much time has passed in our campaign log. If fewer than 20 time has passed, we go to intro 2. So we meet with the knight, and he basically says, "We want you to help us fight against the beast in the Crimson Cowl, who is much harsher and is trying to obtain a key we hold called the Light of Pharos. We have a choice to either ally with the knight or to refuse. So in this case, I will simply refuse to help him." And he seems pretty unhappy about that and then kicks us out. He tells us we're no longer guests and to immediately depart from Alexandria or suffer the consequences. I guess while we're talking, I didn't mention it, but he also mentions how his key is protected by a set of locuses, and he wanted us to help guard these locuses. And as he kicks us out, we think it'd be awfully hard to, break these locuses and obtain the key. But as soon as we leave, we meet coincidentally another Foundation agent who tells us that he wants us to try to steal the key and that he will help us. He puts a hand on your shoulder. "Let us help one another. Your objective is to claim the knight's key for your own, yes? This will also weaken the coteries' control over the city. That is a result I can get behind." You nod in agreement. All right. So record that you, the cell, is assisting Agent Siri, and we swap one of our tablets for an Elderling. Now we have two Elderlings. I'm just gonna do like this. I'm gonna need to copy paste these more often, but we ended with two Elderlings, no tablets, basically, and one cultist. We're doing a pretty good job of keeping the number of symbols low right now, for good or ill. That's what we've been doing. And we record we're assisting Agent Siri. Sorry if I said that wrong, as always. I'm not recording all the things. If it's like a resolution that I know won't matter, I'm not recording it. All right, so we would go to setup version 2. So we're playing Dogs of War. Setup version 2. Oh my, this is a lot of cards, isn't it? All right, so let us lay out the map properly. I believe it's something like this, if I remember correctly. Oh, is this connected here as well? No, it's not. Next in the middle. That's what it is. Does it really? Interesting. I feel like there's another map that's very similar to this in another scenario, but I don't remember it off the top of my head now that I think about it. Well, in any case, that's what the map is today. Do we start with an assassin in play? Okay, put the following location into play. We begin play at the Citadel. Let's import our decks. Charisma now. That's cool. He's up. There's armor now. Yep. We start play at the, I don't even know, Citadel. The Citadel. We can delete these other ones. So we build using version 2 of these. Put each key locus into play, put the other thing into play, return the other versions, remove the other versions from the game. No problem. Spawn the knight here, and he gets the key as well. And if he ever shifts that key, we're going to have to discard a bunch of cards, which would be a little nasty. So we'll have to try to play our cards before he gets a chance to shift his key. Remove the beast game, gather each things. All right, spawn a coterie assassin with one additional decoy for each other investigator in the game. So we'd have 3 of these. One for her, and then one for Nathaniel being in the game, and we'll just arrange them kind of like that, perhaps. It gets to make an attack against each investigator who ends their turn at a location with 1 or more concealed mini cards. I guess, more correctly speaking, at the start of the enemy phase, she does it at the end of the enemy phase. Just can't get it right. Alright, so let's draw our opening hands. Nope, nope, nope. I guess I have to choose where the money goes as well, so we'll just do like this, like we did last time. Well, this seems pretty bad. I think I really want to draw an investigation tool immediately. So let's just toss all this back and look for an investigation card. Lucky Sig case is decent, so maybe we'll keep that one. Toss the rest. We're gonna draw lockpicks right now. Alright, well, at least we got smuggled goods. That'll let us search for something. Then Nathaniel. Boxing gloves? Oh, you can't always get boxing gloves. Oh, yeah, you can. That's boxing gloves right there. What else do we want? I feel like this is pretty good. We could keep cash just to do it early while we have the spare time. It's fine. Seems pretty good to me. We can even shift our key right away. So I think what I want to do is, would we kill this if we drew it? It's pretty tiny, right? So it's pretty easy if we try to expose that. Let's go see what the symbol effects are like. Failing. Take a damage in horror, place doom on the nearest key locus or locus site. And -2 for each one you fail by lose resource. So that's not that bad. There's only 2 of those. Let's read our agenda and act. We refused the offer of the coterie agent who appears to control things in Alexandria and instead teamed up with a local Foundation operative, Hossam Siri, who hopes to see the coterie ousted from the city. With any luck, you can claim the key here for yourself, killing 2 birds with 1 stone. While there are no key locuses in play, the bourse, I don't know, counts as a key locus for the purposes of card abilities. So we can't enter unless it's the only key locus in play, so we gotta destroy these other locuses before we're allowed to enter there and fight off the knight to take his key. Rabbits who run. The bourse is their base of operations, Agent Siri summarizes what you know before you put your plan into action. If we're going to confront the coterie, we have to first destroy the key locuses scattered around the city, otherwise we don't stand a chance. You nod, recalling what the Claret Knight told you earlier. If you can find and destroy these locuses, you can enter the bourse once more. Right, so we have to defeat him or otherwise somehow gain control of the Light of Pharos. I believe the only way is by defeating him, so I don't know why there's other text here. But in any case, maybe there's a way you can do it on here. I don't remember. In any case, we're going to go do this now. I think I'm going to go ahead and play Randall Cho. I could try to do this expose. This guy only does 1 damage. It's not very much. I've got a lot of extra soak nowadays, but I don't really have any fighting cards for it. Let's play Randall and look for our gloves. Because this is odd. This is just obvious, right? We're definitely doing that. Let's trigger this and search for a fighting card. We could just clear this right now and be done with it. I think that's the way to go. I think we just wipe this right away. Don't have to worry about it for the rest of the game. Maybe I should have played cash first if that was an option, but I didn't really think about it. I could fight this. If I get it, then I'll have to kill it next turn. But if I don't get it, then at least I don't have to deal the damage. So I think that's the way to go. Let's just take a fight action on that. Okay, so at least we don't have to worry about taking damage at the end of the round for this thing if we end here. All right, so then it's Finn's turn. Let's go search for lockpicks. Damning testimony will have to do. And then I search my deck, so this shuffles back in. That's one action. Just put out our stuff. That's the end of the turn. So we go upkeep and upkeep. Cool. Cool stuff. The Doom. We have 14 Doom to work with. Draw on a counter. So this attaches here, and he gets plus a fight, plus an evade, plus a damage, and plus a horror. And we can flip one of our keys over to get rid of that. Okay, so we test agility 3, and if we fail, it gets to hit us. Well, it's nice that we didn't actually catch it, otherwise this guy would get a huge hit on us right now. So let's just fail this test and take the 1 damage. We could kill Randall. Probably not yet. Probably it's worth keeping him in case we need to soak horror. Alright. Lose money. It's fine. Okay, we'll take 1 damage for that. So there's a few ways we can deal with the key locuses. We can either attack them as if they're enemies with forfight, or we can spend clues to damage them. Now, I don't want to really burn too many of my fighting events on the key locuses if I can avoid it, but we can definitely have Nathaniel at least poke at them with his fighting gloves a bit. Ideally, though, we want to expose, I think, this guy and kill him sooner or later. I don't have any real spirit events to fight him with, though. So it feels like I can move, expose, and then take like 1 hit on him, and then he would get another hit on me. I could 1-2 punch him, but it feels like a bit of a waste of 1-2 punch, in my opinion. We could just play this out. Yeah, I think that's the way to go. I think we play this. We just walk over here. After successfully investigating, increase the difficulty of each other test performed this round at this location by 2. Jeez. I'll do that then. Yeah, because Finn could... I didn't even think of it, but Finn could trigger damning testimony if this is the enemy then. Oh, no good. Oh well, not that big a deal anyway. A shame, but not that big of a deal. Finn can still do it though. He can walk up there and try. We could take an investigate here. We're up by 3. Seems fine to me. We'll try that. Well, too bad. Bit unlucky so far. Let's try to expose here. Okay. Well, at least we don't have to take the damage, so we know it's there. Yeah, that was pretty poor. We can investigate anyway with our calculated risk. I think I'd rather not. I'll just draw a card. That's fine. Not bad. So then we go to upkeep and upkeep. Greet's nice. We go to Mythos. What do we got, Finn? Alright, Compulsion. So we're going to lose some actions probably. And Scarlet Beast. Well, that's why we held our 1-2 punch, because this guy is a big boy. It's +2 fight, -2 evade while out of locus sight. Alright, so he is... I didn't realize his art was so ugly. Jeez, it's like a reptile. Weird. Let's go for the punch. We can put a do on him with Twisted Anti-Prism. We'll flip this back over. We'll go for a punch. So we're 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 versus 4. We get a card back. An event. I think none of these events are very helpful though. Cash is still free though, so we'll take it. That's 2 damage. Then we'll go again. I can't believe this sometimes, man. It's ridiculous. I have no weapon. So lame. Let's go again. 7 versus 4. I mean, come on, man. Sure, let's go again. Alright. I won't complain too much because at least he died, but that's so stupid. Let's grab Monster Slayer is a good generic card, I think. We don't have that much money right now. Finesse reveal random token. Alright, 2 actions to clear that. This is just horrible. I just totally did this wrong, right? Because Finn should have gone first and grabbed these. But I guess the test then would have been really hard, huh? Let's just investigate. We're up by 2. I mean, that's pretty good. Of course not. Alright, so we go to upkeep. Dr. Milan will assist. We really made 0 progress there. That was super bad turn. Hash location and test agility. If you fail, take 1 damage for each hex attached to your location. Sure, whatever. I don't really care about 1 damage, right? I pass anyway. It attaches either way, so this spot gets a little more deadly. So whenever you end your turn here, you have to set something aside out of play. And the ass. Trigger this. We could clean them out to wipe some damage on this. I feel like this is annoying. I don't want to hollow all my cards, but they're not all that bad, right? I don't know if I want to spend the actions to clear it either. We can kick the Hornet's Nest. Right here, right now. I'm just going to do it. So we search the top 9 cards in the encounter deck. Give me something weak. This is perfect. Gain 3 resources and a clue. Try to evade this. Let's commit Nimble as well. Cool, so he's evaded and I can get as many moves as I want pretty much. I'm gonna immediately move to a connected location here. Check this out. I don't have any need for these clues really. Let's take another move with Nimble to there. Alright, cool. I can trigger Cigarette Case. Lay my Milan down. Then we can do a damning testimony here. 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 versus 3 for 2 clues. Nice. So we get 1 clue from here and 1 clue from there. That was a good turn. We're back into good territory. Alright, you already used your key. You kind of did it out of sequence, but that's fine. Let's just... Are you even a hunter? You're not even a hunter, so do I care? I could just leave you here. I gotta kill this key locust, I suppose, eventually. That's the big issue here. You're gonna have to die sooner or later. I'm not gonna be able to avoid killing him, so let's just take him out. 7-4. He's a tough cookie. Feel lucky. I told you I felt lucky. 2 punch? Nice. He's dead. We can trigger our boxing gloves on that. No fear, because amnesia's gone. I think it was definitely worth picking that out early. Reach the door or 1-2 punch. Can't take reach the door. 1-2 punch of glory. I guess we'll take our punches. I'm just gonna action get rid of this. Like it's not the end of the world, but it's kind of gonna add up otherwise, right? Let's just get rid of it. Alright, so we go to upkeep. Upkeep. Then you might just be able to punch this one out. Doom. Nearest location with a key locus. We can't attack anything else, well, it's except for him. We can't attack these. We could still spend clues to kill them. Put a doom on this, and we're gonna have to get it killed eventually so that we don't have to advance early. That's alright. So Nathaniel could just kill this. He could just kill this thing this turn if he really wanted. Just a bunch of 1-2 punches. 1-1-2 punch and then punch punch. Seems like a good play to me. So let's try 1-2 punching it. That's 2 damage. So we are 5, 9, 9 versus 4. Another 2 damage. We can just go for a normal punch now. Go for a normal punch. Next turn we just kill it with clean them out, so there's no reason to do it. Let's just cash. Finn kind of wants to move and like snag a clue backwards using the damning testimony. But he needs to be here anyway to actually kill the damning testimony. We can drop 2 and then move. We could drop 1. We can like deal 2 to this and then move out and discover some clues. We can take this clue using damning testimony. What even is his ability? After you successfully investigate. Okay, we can take a clue with damning testimony and then just not spend the evidence. That seems fine too. Yep. So we get a clue for that. Trigger Milan. That was -3, so I didn't pass by that much. Did I? 4, 7 versus 3, -3. Nope. So not enough for cigarette case. Spend 2 clues. Just deal 4 to this. That's the end of our turn. So then we go to upkeep and upkeep. Mythos. I think we're doing pretty much fine. Nearest coterie attacks me if I fail this agility test, and then nothing really happens. So he does 1 horror. I mean, that's not a big deal. Well, too bad there's no clues in my location. It's a +1. Trigger cigarette case. So this guy is gonna conceal himself. Do like here and here. I don't really care to go there. I'm surprised there's not a victory there though, to be honest with you. I don't even know if I really care to deal with him. I might just ignore him. Because he's only gonna get a few attacks in this. There's not that much conceal going on. Anyway, Nathaniel can go ahead and smash this thing. Up by 3. So this one's just dead. That's 1 key locust in the victory display. 1 out of 4. Seems pretty promising so far. These are both decoys. One of them is a decoy and one of them is the enemy. I'd rather not expose them. I don't really want to deal with it. So maybe we'll just rush over down to the Windsor Palace Hotel. We could play some cards instead. I don't really care if this hits me that much. I could let it kill off my Hunter's Armor or Randall. I think move here and like play card. Maybe we'll just move twice. Just rush down to here. Okay, while there's a key locus here, items and allies cost 1 more. While there's not one, they cost 1 less. Right, cool enough, I guess. Finn's turn's pretty simple. We're just gonna go ahead and kill this. So that's another key locus down. We're gonna move up here. He's aloof. Here. So I take 1 damage if I stay here. That's okay, because I can use damning testimony to take and investigate. So I pick this enemy, but I investigate my location and I get +2. So I'm 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 -2. Good. I get a clue, trigger Milan for money, and then at the end of the turn, this guy gets to hit me, so I take 1 damage. Go to enemy phase, this guy hunts. Upkeep. That's okay. We got some spare time, hopefully. Doom. What do we got? That's agility. Lucky day. That's the 3rd splintered space, so they're all going to leave now, so that's nice. Take the damage on that. Yep, we'll take 1 damage. Could kill Randall. I think it's about time to get rid of Randall. Then all 3 of these splintered spaces go away because there's 3 in play. Doom this. I did this turn, so I'll remember that. We're literally just gonna punch it 3 times. I mean, that's as fast as I can do. That's as fast as I can deal with Tommy. So the 1-2 punch, it saves 1 action, but I think I'd rather save it, so if this fails, I might 1-2 punch. Don't need to. Okay, so he's dead. To go to my discard. Nice. We can trigger this. Search the top 9. Get over here, maybe. Glory, draw some more cards right now. They're all good cards now. So let's just take Glory and immediately Glory. 2 more cards. This just blows cool. I didn't even use my ability that turn, but that's okay. So Finn can just walk down here and pop this Key Locust right away. If he wants to. He can't kill it, but he can almost kill it. So let's just do that. Seems good to me. This guy, we'll have you... Not towards here. That's fine with me. So then we go to upkeep and upkeep. Go to Mythos. Can't take the same type of action twice in a row. Probably for the rest of the game. I'll never clear that. Same thing. Well, it's too bad for a fighter, but it's not the end of the world. We have Guts here, and I guess we have calculated risk over here, so it should be fine. I think Finn can just kill this, move up there, and then damning testimony again. For a pair of clues from both of these. And maybe expose this with his last action. Nathaniel can walk up and pop that. So let's just go here and kill this. It's 1 action. Move up here. And you would draw exactly 1 card from your deck while you're at Victoria College. Instead, look at the top 2 cards of your deck, choose 1 to draw, and shuffle the other back into your deck. Good. I was going to try to do the expose, but, or sorry, like the evade here, but it's kind of hard, isn't it? We're definitely going to use this, though. So we were choosing this enemy, so we grab 1 clue here, 1 clue here. Please get rid of 1 of those. I don't think I used this for a bonus clue anywhere else before. I think I've only used it twice, right? A card for perception as well. Trigger Lucky Sig case. Why the heck not? Okay, so this enemy moves once towards me. Doesn't really matter. If anything, it helps. Oh, he's not a hunter, so he doesn't move. This guy's not a hunter either. So it just goes back. End of my turn, test. I guess I can try this evade. So what are the penalties if I fail? Not very much. Lose some money. That's not a big deal, I think. Sure. We're up by 2. We'll try that. Nice. So we can expose this. We know is a coterie assassin who will engage us. You expose a different enemy. This guy hits you. 1 there. Then end of turn. We took 4 actions, so this is worth +4. +5, +6. That's funny. But mostly inconsequential. Nathaniel's turn. Let's just walk up there and kill off the coterie agent. We could play our greet first to grab the clue here even. That seems quite reasonable to me. We have enough clues to just finish this off. Let's go here. Let's take a play action. And let's try to attack this with clean him out. I think we have to clean them out. Okay. So this guy's dead. We'll trigger greet as well. So we take a clue with greet. This guy is defeated. We can trigger our boxing gloves. We're gonna need to fight a lot in a minute, so counterpunch seems reasonable to me. That guy's probably gonna get 1 hit on us. And may as well trigger our anti-prism. Our punches. Alright, and that's the end of my turn. I guess I get to test this. So we'll commit that, up by 2. Nice. And this guy gets to move, and then we go to upkeep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. One too many. Safeguard's not necessary though. The Doom, it's not very close. Finn's gonna lose more actions. Test willpower. Take a horror. Okay, we'll take a horror for that. Nathaniel can wipe this for Finn, maybe. I haven't used this yet, so I could put a Doom on this guy. Do I have Get Over here? Don't. I could put a Doom on that, I guess. Or on my location, but that's so permanent. Probably not very smart. On an asset I control, I can put it on here and I can get it killed off in a minute. Just do that. Oh, I can't. Yeah, I can. I can do this, and then I can spend 2 actions to, or 1 action to flip this back to the bad side and get rid of Bound in Red. And I can spend 2 actions to clear Flint's, or Finn's Compulsion. That seems good to me. Then on Finn's turn, he can deal some damage to this thing. I guess we can only do 1 at a time, right? Because we can't activate actions in a row. So we can do 1 of those and then like play a card and then do it again. And do it 1 more time. That's the end of my turn. And we test this again. I guess we're not up by that much unless you have something to help with. You do, so we'll try that. Cool. Is there a clue here? No clues here. I could be triggering this for extra cards to look at. I guess that's better than what I've been doing. I can look at top 2 and take 1. Take that. Alright, let's limit once per round. So let me go to upkeep. Nathaniel would look at the top 2 and take 1. Just blow. Nothing else happens. We put a Doom. 11 out of 14, so I definitely got to get this killed. So we just discard 2 random cards. Oof, hurts a little bit. And we're probably going to draw another copy of this because it surges, right? So it's stuff here. And more willpower test. Oof, we're going to take 3 horror. That's a great chance to get rid of Hunter's Armor, I suppose. Yeah, I'll just take it. Okay, so we get to take 3 horror and we get to get rid of Hunter's Armor. So that's alright, I think. It did its job. So then we gotta just, all we gotta do is drop the clue, go in there and kill this guy, right? Should be easy. Does he retaliate? He's not even retaliate. I can just walk in and start punching him, and hopefully I draw the cards I need to finish him. This is already quite a lot of damage. No, it's not. I had way more and then I lost it all. Well, it's fine. Is that an encounter card? I don't even know. I guess not. Then let's have Nathaniel just go ahead and finish this thing. So this is dead. I'm gonna need to kill this guy eventually, right? He's gonna go here and then I won't be able to attack anything else. Fine, we'll take him out. Too bad it's so inefficient, but that's crazy. Alright, Finn's turn. It's outrageous. I swear it like happens so often too. We have to hollow a card for that as well. Alright, Finn, what do you want to do? We can engage, evade, sneak. Fine. Not very good. Whatever. It can't possibly hurt. Because we're not very good at it, but we're up by 2. I mean, what more do you want, right? We can use disguise. It's fine. Okay, so he's evaded, then we just sneak him. I don't really want to hollow a card, but It's not the end of the world, right? I'm pretty sure I could have triggered this. I wasn't paying attention, though. So I guess we'll say no. Let's just draw. Okay, then we hollow a card. And go to upkeep. Maybe some events. We can at least trigger this next turn. Doom. We're gonna probably discard our whole hand now, right? Okay, so we each take a damage and a horror. Please don't draw like the last copy of Beyond the Pale or whatever. Okay, just an assassin. We take the assassin B and 2 decoys, shuffle them up. We need to get out of here. There's so much stuff attached, it's going to totally ruin us if we stay much longer. So I think Finn goes in and goes for the evasion, and then we see what else we need to handle here. Is there victory there? I'm totally going to grab this victory point. This guy's engaged. This key you can just put here. Take the free evasion with our disguise, so we're up by 3. Okay, he's evaded. I'm going to go ahead and damning testimony here. 3, I'm a 7. Okay, that's 2 clues. I wonder if it's worth playing a second damning testimony. Well, it's going to be hard for me to get these otherwise. I guess I can just spam investigates till I get them. I think it's worth it. Just do this. I think I want to get the bonus, the extra evidence. Turns out it's pretty good. Alright, so that's Finn's turn. Nathaniel can walk in and start hitting him out. Start killing him. We can search our deck. Come on, throw me something good. Throw me a bone here. Get over here in glory. There's not much in here, so I guess get over here something. It's better than nothing. Do I want him to engage me, or do I want him to engage Finn? I think I don't want him to engage me. Whatever, we're just going to do basic fights till he dies. It's going to take some time. Alright, here I go. That's 1 damage. And again, no damage. There's a lot of time here. So then we go to upkeep. Ready each enemy at your location or connecting location. This guy, so the enemy phase happens first, then this happens, and then he's ready. Nothing really changes though. Sorry. I'm gonna shift his keys. If this Finn would have drawn this, I don't know what the heck I'm doing. I'm supposed to upkeep here, and then we put a doom. Then I might have put an extra doom there, but it's fine either way. Then we do the encounter. Well, this beats hexes, so it might help. Should help. And then all 3 of these go away, so that's cool. Good doom on Greet. We can get Greet killed if we have to. I feel like I did put an extra doom, but it doesn't end next turn anyway, so it should still be fine. There's no other doom sources, I don't think. Let's go for the evade with disguise. Yep, he's evaded. Let's go for damning testimony. It's 1 clue for me. 2 clues, I guess, because we'll spend an evidence. Damning testimony again. Another clue. And then let's just sneak him. We can probably take the last clue next turn. We just won't kill him this turn. We'll leave him alive, and then we'll finish it next turn. Let's take an attack on him with this. He can get over here now, so let's just engage him. You're exhausted. Please be exhausted properly. Alright, so that costs 2. 7. I mean, we're in 8 versus 3, right? Okay, he takes 2 damage from that. Just punch him. Then I guess we'll draw a card. I don't know. Why not? So then we go to upkeep and upkeep. Wow, you're finally here, Trigger Man. Nice to see you. Mythos, one doom away, but you're fine. Who cares? Discard 2 random cards. Who cares? Too late to really hurt. Take damage in Horror Reach. The Finn's got to go first and claim the victory for us. Let's go for an evasion on this guy. 3 after all. Okay. So I was a 6 versus 2, -3. Good. Damning Testimony. I didn't spend the evidence last time. Damning Testimony again. Good. Then, he's ready, so we should have discarded cards again. I guess I'll go for a basic fight action. That guy, up by 1. Nah, it's just silly. We'll just pass. We didn't get our treasure this time, but that's alright. Oh, well, we can fight it with Eye of Ravens. 6, 7. Alright, he's dead. When he's defeated, we advance. Fools, the knight utters, clutching his side. Do you not understand? We are the last guardians of humanity. Without us, cutting him off, several of his bodyguards suddenly rush into the chamber, but they are too late to stop you. Rather than confront you, they pull their leader to safety. You will pay for this, the elderly man shouts through a barrage of coughs as he is escorted off the premises. We will all pay for this. R2. You lay low for a few days in one of Agent Surrey's safe houses outside the city, then meet with him later that week, your prize still safely in your possession. He has cleaned up a bit since you last met him, and there is a brightness in his eyes and his smile that was not present before. He joyfully sums up what has occurred since you went dark. The knight and his entourage seem to have left Alexandria, he declares, wearing a satisfied grin. It seems, for all their posturing about guiding humanity and rightful rule, the moment their relic left their hands, their stake in the city vanished with it. That other creature seems to have fled as well. Still, his eyes dance to the vessel containing the key, its light trapped within. I doubt you've seen the last of them. In fact, I'd wager to guess that one or both are hot on your tail. Be careful. You ask what Hossam will do now that his personal objective in Alexandria is complete. I have a new assignment, actually, he answers. Commissioner Taylor sent me the dossier just yesterday. I will be leaving my beloved city behind for the first time since joining the Foundation. He sighs wistfully. Well, perhaps we can meet up again some other time. He stands and shakes your hand. It has been a pleasure working alongside you. Alright, record. We haven't seen the last of Claret Knight. Can't type today, huh? Mark 2 time in your campaign log, and choose an investigator to be the bearer of the Light of Pharos. So the Light of Pharos allows you to play a card from your hand at -3 cost. Certainly a solid key. It feels decent in Nathaniel, but also decent in Finn. I could see it either way. I think I'll give it to Finn this time, because Nathaniel already got a super good key for him earlier. So let's put it like that. No embezzled treasure this time. Alright, and that's the end of that, so we can move our victory. Not very much, I think. I think it's just the extra one here. 6 points. Not bad, I guess. Not a ton, but not bad. Finn was definitely at 1, right? So we go back to 7 and 7. Then we can clear this up. I'm sure there's a better way to clear this, I just don't know it. So I do it by hand every time. This is a pretty easy scenario. I feel like it usually ends up being fairly easy. I never really have that much trouble with Alexandria personally on any of its different versions, so it's a pretty good first scenario if you're looking for something to get started right out the gates. Probably easier than Dealings in the Dark for sure. And certainly easier than Dead Heat if you decide to go to Marrakesh first. So another successful outing, I would say. Maximum victory pretty much. Let us go ahead and do our upgrades. 7 points each. Quite a nice chunk. I don't think I'll be getting any more XP for quite some time. I'm going to be doing some traveling and some interludes. And the next scenario is going to be fairly difficult, so I want to get some extra fighting in Nathaniel and some extra soak for sure. So we're going to go ahead and get 2 points there. We're going to go ahead and spend 4 points on mono and monos. I haven't had too much money problems, so I'm starting to think that maybe cash is not necessary. But I feel like it's going to get worse, right? Hunter's Armor is going to hurt us in our economy. I guess IP's been getting funded by Finn, so it's not always going to be the case. So maybe I do want to keep my cash in there. Greed is just so expensive. This is pretty much free though, right? So I'm basically, no matter what I take out, I'm reducing my deck's sort of like economy problems. How good is Get Over Here? It's going to be good in a few scenarios, not all of them, but definitely a few. So I think we keep it for now. See that we can't upgrade Stand Together. Such a good card in the upgraded form. I haven't really gotten that much use out of Safeguard. I think it's a good card, but not incredible or crazy. Reach the Door is pretty solid. Definitely already got some use out of that. But I want all these fighting events because I really want to make sure I don't run out of combat options, since Nathaniel really needs all the events he can get in this card pool and just in general. So maybe it's Glory. I feel like we haven't had that much card draw problems. We have the Anti-Prism to kind of cover for it, right? So maybe we just drop the Glory. I think that's reasonable. I'm always scared to play it anyway in case I draw Amnesia, so let's just get rid of Glory. And then Finn. Well, if we have Charisma, we better get both Triggermans, otherwise it's just silly, right? Why bother? Is it Underworld Market time? I think it might be Underworld Market time. Underworld Market's a pretty fun card. Let's just go ahead and get it in there. Like, what are we marketing? I think we're going to market... How do you put bullets here? There must be a way. Whatever. We're going to be marketing 0.18 Derringer. We could put the trusty we wanted. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8. Smuggled goods is kind of crap now, right? I guess it still can get stuff out of discard, but it's definitely not very impressive in this deck. So what else we put in there? We can put Finn's trusty. We can just dump both of his signatures in there and not worry about them. Let's just put this gun at least for sure. And we can either put smuggled goods in there, or I'll take that. I feel like I'd rather not draw smuggled goods. Just put smuggled goods so we don't draw it. And maybe it's useful later in the game if we have something to recover. That's 10 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But we still need to add a bunch more cards back to our deck now. So what do we even want? I feel like it's pretty good. We can put the second Nimble. Sneak buys seems fine. Just extra money, right? Do we friends in low places? What do we search for? We have a lot of skills, I guess. Decent number of innate skills. Not a ton, though. Definitely another courage. Streetwise is like alright, I guess. We do seem pretty rich. Pickpocketing's like fine. It's not that good though. This deck anyway. Cheap shot to evade stuff off Nathaniel. I mean, maybe. Hit and run Triggerman seems really terrible, right? This is just bonus actions. I don't know, it's reasonable. We're just cramming stuff in there for the sake of having it. Core power is not bad either. We can use it with our weapons and stuff. Daredevil guarantees us nimble or calculator risk. Doesn't seem great. Do we have any spare off-class slots? We have one, right? We can put a lucky in there. Seems good. Cash, not very good. Core power is just fine. Yeah, there's just, I don't even want half this stuff. I guess elusive is still good, right? We can like move away and then do our whole damning testimony thing without having to evade. But I mean, we can just evade stuff, so it's all right already. Own instincts filler, but it's good filler. Streetwise, I feel kind of the same about. It's filler, but it's good filler. Leather jacket just to have as soak. We need it. It's okay, maybe, but we don't really need it. I don't think this is going to help that much, but we'll put that in. It's better than nothing. All right, so those are the decks. We had 3 scenarios now, right? Riddles in Rain, Dealings in the Dark, and then Dogs of War. Going pretty well. That was pretty quick and easy one, as Dogs of War tends to be. Next time is going to be a bit of a longer session because I have a lot of reading to do, doing different interludes and stuff, and we're going to end up at a scenario quite far from our current position on the map. So I hope you'll look forward to that. Thanks for watching. See you next time.